You, why you stinging me?
Alrighty. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another Shady Special.
Hey.
I know some people have come to my Shady Specials before, so you probably know that I typically am I'm going to rant and rave and talk about random stuff. Today, I actually have kind of like a semi-cohesive plan. Still gonna probably rant and rave, but I do have a plan. Yes, I have. Yes. When is this thing going to go away? Why does it still say class begins now? I want it to go away. I don't like it. See, I don't know that. It's things I don't know, but I'm just sitting here going, it's got to go away at some point, right? It's got to go away. Okay.
Yeah.
So, anyway, also just before I even start, just want to let you guys know, just in case, I don't know if anybody heard it whenever I was talking in the hallway, but there's a sickness going around my school right now. I have a little bit of a cough, so if I have to randomly like mute myself so I can cough and like not just know that if I stop in the middle of a sentence is because I'm coughing, and I'll be back. So just wanted to pre-warn about that. Okay. So again, today we have a special lesson that I'm doing. I was asked to sub again, and yesterday I did a collaboration event with another community. It was one of our, it was their like first collaboration event, and got to enjoy coming and talking about helping hands and all that kind of stuff. And one of the questions they asked was, what do classes look like? And I explained about most of our classes look like da 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 da. Lesson, vocabulary, here's the sign, copy, we go through the list, whatever. But I talked about my classes. I try and do something different. I try and do something more fun, more in-depth, more interesting. Because if it's just going to be a vocabulary lesson, we already have teachers doing that. And if I'm going to sub, I'm just going to do what I think is fun, because that's who I am.
Love it.
Right. So I was thinking, okay, what can we do today for a class? And I thought about doing one of the classes I've done before where I teach a game. In that, like, we go to the Among Us world and I teach vocabulary related to Among Us, and then we play it. Or Prison Escape, or Ghost, or any of these game worlds that I love. And I thought about that, and I was like, I could do that. But there's another thing that I've been wanting to talk about anyway. And it's like, hey, we can talk about that, and it'll still be a fun special class. So, today we're talking about finger spelling. Now, again, this is not going to be, okay, let's do A, let's do B, let's do C. This is not what this class is about. But I do have it, just in case, because I do want to make sure everybody does know how to fingerspell in here. Is there anybody in here who doesn't know how to fingerspell? This is like first class, first anything ever. Anybody who doesn't know how to spell? We have one person. Okay, all right. We're going to give you a crash course in these letters. So, if you don't mind, would you like to come up here? All right. So, do you have general VR or index? Looks like index because I see fingers going weird places. Cool. All right. So we're just going to quickly explain. You're going to get you more practice later, more practice as you learn signs. But today we're just going to take it all and going to throw it at you and hope something sticks. In VR, actually, does anybody in here who has general VR? I need a general VR person. Come here. You come as well. So I want you to be here, and I want you to show the letters in general VR as well. Okay? So we're going to show, there's two different ways to sign in VR. Hold on. Excuse me, I told you, sorry, I got a cough. So there's different ways to sign in VR depending on if you have general VR or if you have index or some other form of finger tracking. So some of the letters are a bit different, but some of them are completely the same. We're just going to start and go through it right across. So we have A all the way here. A, it's just a fist with your thumb out. All right. B is a flat hand, but you're going to put your thumb in. And on general VR, you have to show it with your other hand. You have to say, hey, this thumb's here. But on index, we can just put our thumb here. C, this is the one that general VR actually has the advantage. They can do it easier because their hand shape just automatically goes into it. You're going to kind of make a C hand. It needs to be turned. It makes the shape of a C right here. So this is a C. D, going to have a one finger up. Again, this is kind of like the shape of a D from this angle, I guess. I don't know, is it D? I don't know. But you have it facing forward. But that's your shape of your D. E, again, in real life, you would have your hands here and you'd have your thumb positioned right under them. But we can't do that in VR, even with index. So we have to take our other finger and put it here to show, hey, this is where your thumb's actually supposed to be. All right. F is kind of like the OK sign that everybody uses universally. I cannot tell you why this is the sign for F. I do not know etymology why it is F, but this is F. A lot of people get F and D mixed up. You will constantly get that mixed up when you're first learning, just so you know. Don't worry about it. It happens to everybody. G, it's one finger over to the side. Oh, yes. Okay, sorry. Back up. F for general VR. F, they can't do an F, so they have to show that this finger goes here, that this finger comes down to match this finger. So you'll see people do F for general VR. Sorry, I'm just going. I feel short. Hold on. I'm matching eye height.
Well, to be
There we
fair,
go.
There we
this
go.
is my actual height. I
Oh
set
my
mine
God,
actual height.
tall.
So.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
I'm with tall people. Okay, cool. All right, what letter are we at? G. So we have G here. And then H is just adding a second line to it. That's all that you have to do here. I is your pinky up. For general VR, there's a couple of different ways to do it. A lot of avatars have the Y hand shape, so they kind of do I and like point to it. They'll do I sideways. There's a couple of different ways to do it. In index, it's just you got all the fingers in except for the pinky up. Then J is we're taking this and we're just making a J shape. All right. K, as our iconic crow constantly uses, is one, your index finger will be straight up and your middle finger is slightly bent. The other fingers are all in. So for general VR, they have to do an H, but they kind of like do it off to the side and kind of at a weird angle. Again, it's just adapted for it, but most of the time you can get it pretty easily. L is you actually make an L. Everybody's a loser in here. Yes? Okay. L. L. Cool. All right, here's where we get to the fun ones. IRL, your M and N are dependent on where your thumb is. So your hand would be closed and your thumb would be in between your pinky and ring finger for an M, and in between your ring finger and your middle finger for an N. In VR, we cannot do that. So we have adapted to take your L hands, and we have M, and then we have N. And that is the same for both index and general VR. So M and N. O is just a closed fist. You're just making an O right here. Then P is, remember how we made our K? You're going to take the exact same thing, but you're going to put it down. And it's the same thing with VR. It's the two fingers, but it's facing down. Q is, remember how we do G? It's one finger, right? A Q is it facing down. Right. S, so in real life, your S would just be your closed fist, but your
Did you
thumb
miss
would
R?
be in front of all your fingers. I missed R. Thank you. This is the,
Oh, wow.
I teach elementary school. I should know my alphabet, right? All right. R. Okay, so in real life, your R is your first two fingers, and they're actually crossed together. In VR, we cannot do that like that, because this person has one of the fancy things and can do all that stuff. If you have a fancy avatar and you have the OSC stuff, you can do it. I cannot. And see, okay, you're cheating. I need you to show general. Thank you. You're showing the general VR. All right. So in VR for both, yeah. But some people have combo avatars and all that stuff. But if you don't have all that, you just take this and you actually show by, quote unquote, grabbing this finger and twisting it back behind this one. And say, oh, these are supposed to be twisted. So that's how you do R. I've seen some people do R and they twist their whole hand. It's one of those things that's kind of a preference, but this is much more clear and succinct.
Is it not
because
easy
this,
to
when
do
it
like
ends here,
this?
You don't know if it's a K.
So front to back.
Because they also do
or-
like this.
Yes, some people do
Yeah.
it this way, where they do this way. It's one of those preference things. I get this is an adaptation of real ASL to VR ASL, and we have to make adjustments. Some things are not universally, hey, this is the specific way. As long as it's clear that this is supposed to be twisted, you'll be fine. Okay, now I can move on to S, right? Okay. So S, in real life, you would have your entire fist, and then you have your thumb in front of your fingers, like resting on the knuckles of your other fingers. In VR, we can't do that. So we actually draw an S with our hand. We actually draw the shape of an S. It's again, same way for genre VR. T is kind of like with M and N. So with M, you had your thumb here. With N, you had your thumb here. With T, it's in between your index and middle finger. Again, something we can't do in VR and show correctly, so we have adapted it as well to T, to timeout. You're all in timeout. Especially you. Not you. Her.
Okay. Jeez, I feel like I'm doing Naruto hand signals.
Yeah, welcome to sign language. All right. So U and V are both, in real life, they're very easily distinguished. You have, okay. So you have both your two fingers up. For U, they're together. For V, they're apart. Again, not something we can do in VR, so we've adapted. So we have U, where we draw the U, and then V, where we kind of make it a sharp, showing the V shape.
Alright.
There's some people who do V, they go down. I don't know if I've seen any other specific.
Actually, what I've seen before in VR, that mostly they don't even show like the V. They just say you draw it, and V just do like this.
That's what I typically do, honestly. And I thought I was bad for doing that, but okay. So
no,
U
most people
and
do it
V.
actually.
Okay.
You.
Yes. W, so this is one where general VR can't do this, so they have to do the two L's and put them together to make a W. Us and Index, we can do a W, kind of almost the same way you would do it in real life. The only thing is, in real life, your thumb and pinky would actually be touching. Like you're actually grabbing your pinky with your thumb, but in VR, this is close enough. So this is our W.
Alright.
And then X, right? WVX. So in general VR, they have to actually make the X. In Index, we can actually bend our fingers. It's just your index finger slightly bent. It should be in real life, it would be kind of like almost a right angle of going up and then across and then down. Like that's the kind of curve you really want, but we do our best in VR. Y is the hand shape that a lot of signing avatars have as their default gesture. You have your thumb out and your pinky out. There are some avatars who, instead of having this as their gesture, they have rock and roll. So you can do this instead if you're in one of those avatars. But a lot of them prefer the signing avatars that have the actual Y hand shape. And then Z is literally just you draw a Z in the air. That's it. That's all. All right.
Alright.
Cool. All right, we're going to run through them again really quick. Ready?
Alright, here we go. Oh,
A.
shit.
Hey.
Thumb out. B.
That's D, isn't it?
Yep.
Crap.
All right.
Oh.
C. There you go. Again, one of the things that General VR has an upper hand on us. D. You already did it earlier. E.
Let's see. No, it's not pinky. That's not.
Nope. E is where you start with your fist, and then you got to figure out where you put your other finger.
Sorry.
Nope.
Okay.
Underneath, because your thumb would be under the knuckles.
Okay.
F.
I'm drawing blanks. I'm sorry. Peer pressure. Or not peer
That's
pressure. Yeah.
Stage fright. That's all right. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
a
I'll let
little
you go
bit.
sit down here in a second. Sorry for making you my test dummy. All right.
No, you're fine.
G?
You're fine. That one I remember.
Good. H.
That one I don't.
Adding in the second finger. Yep, it's G, H. I. No, that one's the pinky one. All right.
Oh yeah, right. I, J, and
J. Yep.
Right.
Okay. K.
I gotta remember that. I think it's
There you go. K. L. M. N. Good. O. Cool. P.
I think that one's the down. That one's
It's a
not
K that we take down.
down. Oh.
K that we take down. No. Q. That's the G that we take down. All right. R.
I think that's two. Two fingers down. No.
Nope. R. Twist them.
Okay.
R. S. There you go. T. Yep. UV. U. V. Beautiful. W. My Texas accent coming out for you. W.
It's
X.
okay,
You're
Florida.
fine.
Close enough.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think it was something like this.
Yep. Y. Yeah. And Z.
Hey,
Beautiful,
doing
everybody
good,
give them a round of
man. There you go.
Congrats.
Appreciate it.
All right.
I gotta practice
You
it.
can go ahead and-
It's definitely something.
Of
I'm gonna have
course.
to practice.
Of course. I mean, it's one of those things you just got to keep practicing. But we are going to talk about the rules of fingerspelling today. So if you want to go and sit down, and then we'll get on to our next little bit. Okay. So, like I said, we're talking about the rules of fingerspelling today. We're not just talking about can you spell. It's about when to spell, how to spell, why do you spell, where do you spell. No, I'm joking. Actually, we do talk about where. All right. So, first rule of fingerspelling that I see happen with newbies all the time that I have to fix. You need to pick a hand and stick with it. It is the same whenever you are signing. You need to decide. There's people who are right-handed. There are people who are left-handed. Those are kind of easy to pick which hand you're going to sign with. If you are ambidextrous, you got to pick one. Because it is jarring for the person watching you to have to like go back and forth. And then you'll end up getting your classifiers messed up as well whenever you're switching back and forth. So you need to pick one hand and sign with it. So whenever you're spelling, one thing I would always see with newbies would they be like, oh, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. I'm like, no. Go back. One hand, stick with it. Double letters. Whenever you have a specific word like, I want white. All right. How many of you know the sign for this? Most people should know this. It's kind of easy. Ball, right? Ball. You just literally make a ball with your hands. But if you're going to spell this, B-A-L-L, how do you show that there's a second L there? B-A-L-L. you drag it, or BALL, you bounce it. Now there is like you can drag, bounce, you can drag bounce, but most of the time drag or bounce. I typically drag. That is my easy way to do it. This one's not exactly going to be VR friendly, but you know what? It's still Canon. CANNON. NN. Canon. Let's come up with another one. Ooh, these are fun. Actually, I didn't even put that in there. I should have put that in the lesson, like actually put that in there. So hold on, I will keep that for a second because it's a interesting little concept. No, I was literally about to put balloon, and I'm like, that's just ball with extra letters. Also, if you've come to one of my classes before, you know that I work with 8-year-olds all day. So at the end of the day, my brain has leaked out of my ears. So sometimes it takes me a minute to think of things. Thank you, 3.
Let's go, 3.
Better. There's a sign for it, but if you're spelling it BETTER, BETTER, you're spelling it in real life better. Better, which again, it doesn't look good in VR because I'm spelling it in real life, but you would drag it on the double letters. There is an exception for double letters about how you sign double letters for this specific. And that is for Z's. So whenever you have a Z and you have it twice, you're not going to do JAZZ. You literally double it, JA, and you make 2 fingers ZZ.
Oh.
Jazz. Pizza. That is also like, there's a couple of different signs for pizza, but the one that I see most often in my area, and then I see in a lot of other areas, is literally just your double Z. Pizza. There's also like pizza, all this kind of other stuff, but I do pizza. So whenever you have a word that has a double Z in it, you can actually just do 2 fingers and do Z. Everything else, you drag it. BALL.
I think Bill does it too in their lessons. They just do the Z. That's like pizza.
Yeah, Bill does Z too. But there's other signs for it as well, but that's the one I use. So, quick little thing about double letters. Another thing. This is the kind of the opposite end of that. Are you going to let me clear or not? Or are you just going to be difficult? There we go. Okay. Is to keep your hands still. Unless you are dragging your hands on a double letter, you do not need to be BALL, BALL. You do not need to. You keep your hand there. Ball. Cannon. Danny. Desk. You keep your hand and you stay there. All right. Whenever you're moving around, it makes it very hard to see, and it is not clear. You want your hand to stay there unless you are dragging for a double letter. Philo, the question?
Yes, they actually had a very good question. I want to echo it. There's a special rule about Z's. What about S's? Is there a special rule with that?
No. So in real life here, I mean, it's the same with the VR. You would just do S with your thumb in front of your knuckles, and that's how you do an S here in real life. When it is an S, you would do like CALSS. You just drag. The only exception is for Z's. Everything else, if it's a double letter, you drag it or bounce it. Typically, though, on S's, you wouldn't bounce. You would typically just drag anyway, even if you were like a bouncer on most of your double letters. On S's, it just kind of feels weird to bounce on an S, so you would drag that. But that's one of those things, it's more like your comfort level. there's different styles of speaking. There's different accents. There's different ways that you want to talk and emphasize words. It's the same thing with sign. If you are more comfortable dragging or bouncing, it's your thing. But yes, S's are same as everything else. Double A, double B, double C, D, E, blah, all that kind of Z. Z is the exception. Okay. So keeping your hands still. Now we're going to talk about this fun little thing, lexicalized signs, otherwise known as loan signs. These are signs, I think I actually have it. Yes. Spelling the word is the sign. So for example, fix. So there is a sign for fix where you can do these flat O hands, which I can't really do with general VR unless you have the special things. Can you come up here, please, Thelvaën? So you can do this actual sign fix back and forth. That is a sign for fix. You can also sign FIX. 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 Same with fax, which we don't really use nowadays, but back then, very common to say, oh, you need to fax that to me, and it'd be fax. FAX. And that's one of those ones that, I mean, there's a whole nother lesson that we can talk about directional signs. So fax is one of them, about I can fax you, like I will fax that to you, or you can fax me. But FAX as the verb is spelled. Ball. This is the thing, I enjoy spelling ball as opposed to signing ball. I don't know why, but whenever I found out you can correctly sign ball instead of saying ball, I found that just so much easier for me. So I spell the word ball. And I feel like it very much flows because it's going so fast, like my hands aren't even picking it up here, but it's BALL, all just really quick in one word. Box. So there's a sign, a box. You can also do a box, BOX. There are a ton of these lexicalized signs, these loan signs. I did not put all of them up here because I would be up here for 10 years. And I'm not doing that. I love you all, but I'm not doing that. So just so you know, there are signs that are the spelling as the word. Another one that I use quite often, did. This is one that has a special motion to it, which I realize I should have put on the other category because I have a category for that. DID is not DID here, it is DID. So this is DID. I know it's weird, but this is the sign for DID. And this is not for this is when you're trying to emphasize the word did. So like, for example, whenever you're signing ASL, you typically don't even sign did, like, oh, did you do your chores already? It's you chores finished, ? You're not actually going to sign the word did. It's kind of like, I think, wasn't it French? Yeah, because French doesn't have a word for do, right? They have they don't have a sign for do. I thought they don't. My teacher lied to me when I was like, they don't have a word for do. It's always just the verb itself. But that's to make or to actively You're not talking. Okay. Right, that. Okay. Yes. So I was not completely wrong, but I'm sorry. It has been years since I took a French class, but I was like, I thought they don't have the sign for it. Anyway, the point being, if you're trying to emphasize the word did, oh, did you do this? You can be like, I did. DID. I did. Or if you're asking somebody and kind of interrogating somebody, like a little kid, oh yeah, I did my homework. Oh, you did, huh? You did? So you can actually use this as a sign, DID, and it has a special motion. Which again, I have a category for it. There are some lexicalized signs that have a special motion with them. So for example, early. There is a sign for early. Some people know. Where you take your middle finger down, you're going to pass it over your fist on your other hand. But there is actually a lexicalized sign for it. It's EARLY, which is kind of hard to do in VR. But if you sign it in real life, you don't sign EARLY, you sign it EARLY. Sign it kind of like going in a circle. Early. Yes. We're kind of like a clock. I'm not sure if that's the reason, because there's another sign, I think it's my next word, that has the same motion but has nothing to do with a clock. It is not my next word. Hold on. There we go. I just skipped to it real quick. Style. STYLE. Again, in VR, it's kind of hard, but it is style. Again, it goes in a circle. It does not stay. It actually moves intentionally. Style. Like that's their style to do that. Style. Could be. Yes.
Does it matter like which way, like backwards, forwards, clockwise, or
No.
is it just like as long as it's in a circle, it's fine?
Hold on. Got to take my taking my controller off so I can sign it in real life to double check. Nope, doesn't matter. Style, doesn't matter. That way, doesn't matter. Back. This is one that is spelled BACK. Back. Sorry. So this one is typically, it goes back. So BACK. Back. There is quite often that I see this actually just gets kind of like removed, and you just have BK. Whenever you're signing fast, you just do BK back. But technically, you're supposed to have BACK. Are you going to let me clear you or not? I want you guys, whenever you write your reviews on ratemyprofessors.com, I want you to say that Shade has problems with the pins. Okay. Anyway, so back. This is one that actually is also directional, of talking about, oh, they went and they came back. Or, like, oh, you go back. It's one of those ones that can be directional, but you end the K, you're like going in the direction of where you're going. Now, when you're just talking in general, back, like, oh, back, it just goes literally back. Now, if you're talking about your back, different sign, that's your back. You can say back or back. But this sign, back, BACK, is not your actual physical, your body, your back. Just clarifying that. Job. J-O-B? Oh, J-O-B. J-O-B. I have seen some people they combine it with work and they do job. But I typically don't. I feel like that's just adding extra work, and I'm a lazy person, so job. Job. JB. And again, it's one of those ones that they kind of take the O and take it off and just do JB. Job. All right. Let's play a game. So, if anybody doesn't want to participate, you don't have to. No pressure. But if you would like to participate in the game, you need to find yourself a partner. And then I gotta figure out how to get this. I don't want the chairs. I want the chairs gone. How do I make the chairs go away? Can I not do that once I've started class? Nope. I don't want that on. There we go. There we go. All right. So, find yourselves a partner. I need you lined up 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Going to line this way. I need your first partner in a line here, second partner in a line here. If you don't want to participate, get in the back of the class and enjoy the hilarity that's about to ensue. All right. Partner, partner, partner. Partners. Partners? You are a small person by yourself. Are you here?
Oh, she didn't react. Oh,
That
F.
crashed. Okay. Well, that explains that. Are you two partners? All right. I need one here, one behind. Cool. Awesome. Are you two partners? All right. I need one here, one behind. All right. Partner, 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 partner. Beautiful. All right. Everybody else is going to be watching all the fun times. All right. So, you got to explain the rules of the game, and then we're going to play. So, we are going to take turns guessing spelling words. So, I'm going to have a list that I'm going to put up here, and it will pop up with a word. The person in the back row will be able to see the board and is going to spell the word to their partner. The people in the front row are going to be facing the back wall. You cannot see this. Please also, this is on the honor system. Do not turn on your cameras or your personal mirror so you can see it. None of that. You will be looking that way. You will be looking at your partner and trying to guess the word they're spelling. We do have categories, so you will know about what we're talking about, and we are going to try and guess. If you get the answer correctly, you're going to say the word. The first person to say the word correctly is going to get a point. And at the end, we're going to see who wins, which partner wins. After each category, we will switch. There are 4 categories, so each partner will be able to go 2 times. Sound good? Everybody ready?
You say it out loud?
Yes.
Okay.
Could mute
Everybody
people
in the
like
front
text.
row, face that way.
Yeah, if you mute, then it's hard to shout it out.
Oh,
If
it's fine.
you
I got it.
are a mute person, this is going to be an interesting thing. Do we have anybody who's like...
It's okay. I'm still learning my stuff.
Right.
Let's see how it goes, because your hands is like, yeah.
Alright.
So, well, I'm pretty decent at like reading. I'm not like
All right,
really good. but
everybody
I'm
in the
decent.
front row, I need you facing that way. That means you, Dark. I hear you
Wait,
trying to
do we
cheat.
have to
Mhm.
use finger spelling
What I
or
need?
just?
Yes. You
Okay.
have to use spelling. You cannot use a
Oh,
sign.
switch.
If any of
Oh, yeah,
these
yeah,
have
yeah,
signs,
maybe
you
that would
cannot
be
use
handy.
the sign. You have to spell.
Okay.
Ready? All right, people in the back
no.
row, are you ready for your first word?
No.
Category is
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go.
food. All right.
Oh no.
Banana.
All right, we got one.
Hey.
All right. Next word.
It's too fast.
Apple.
Apple.
Wow. Okay. Next word.
Paste.
Potato?
P-A.
Paste. Pasta.
Ah, there we got it.
Ah.
Pasta.
I read
Next word.
paste and pasta, and I was like, wait, that doesn't sound right.
P.
All
Pizza.
right, there we go. Pizza.
Oh.
Next word.
Coals.
Rolls.
Rolls.
There we go.
Oh.
Wow. Look at that. A brand new person got it.
S is like this. It's not. The
Next word.
Fine.
This like is confusing.
Stelk.
Cake?
Oh, sorry.
As.
Steak.
Okay.
There we go.
Steak.
Steak. Oh, there you go.
Hey, 3 points.
Sorry.
So close.
Next word.
Oh shit, do it again.
Cheese?
Cheese? Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
There we go. There we go. So many of you got the first part of it. I threw that in there to confuse y'all. Next word.
Oh wait.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, pico.
I don't even know what that
It
is.
didn't solve the first one.
All right.
Pico de gallo.
That's fine.
Now we're going to swap places. So people in the front go into the back.
Oh boy.
We got,
I'd be
we
so
got
bad at
4
this.
though of the 6.
All right.
7. That's
See
good.
what I can do. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can do.
All right. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
yeah, you can
Ready?
type, you can type.
Next category is sports.
Okay. Yeah, it was mij. That's a category.
Here's your word.
Oh,
Hockey.
gotta remove nameplates. I'm sorry.
Wow. There we
Wow,
go.
you're slow.
That was an absolute terrible. I moved while I was writing that. Right, you have a really very weird 1 point. Okay. Next word.
Esports?
Yes, baseball.
I can't see your hands.
There we
when you
go.
Fall back,
There we go. Tons of people put basketball. Nope, baseball.
gonna switch into
Baseball.
But X, you just a little
Oh,
bit
I'm sorry.
on
I'm
my
sorry.
screen,
Your
you're a
class.
little
I
bit
was.
on the
I thought you were
words.
doing E.
Now you're
for-
better.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know, I'm trying to like where I can
just-
still write and then go back and forth. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, keep going back and forth. All right, next word. You ready? Where'd your partner go? We had a crasher.
Uh-oh.
Would anybody who's in the back participating, would they like to join in with Kit Kat? Or Mikhail, would you like to join in with Kit Kat?
Yes.
There you go. All right,
Okay.
you have a partner. Let them resize themselves. All right, ready? Here we go. Next word.
Football.
There we go. This time I'm going to
Yeah,
make
it's
sure
harder than you can
your
tell.
point is
You have to
correct.
type it. Yeah.
No, it's okay.
You're better at reading than me.
Next word.
All right.
Thank you.
Basketball?
Yes.
I am going to give it to 2 people because I heard it over here and saw it on the chat box at the same time. So I'm going to give it to both.
Still point. Let's go.
All right. Next word.
Oh, my hands. Oh, shit.
Golf.
We got it here. 3 got it.
No. Here.
Oh,
I saw it in the chat box first.
Oh,
no.
I see.
Okay.
I forgot mute.
Very
Forgot
close
mute.
second, but I saw it in the chat box first.
I see.
Thank you.
I'm listening, not
Alright.
looking.
No, that's all right. Next word.
I hate my hands.
There we go.
Lacrosse.
All right.
9.
Yeah,
3 got it.
but
No.
wrote it first.
Lord of
Oh
Rings.
no.
R?
All right.
Yeah,
Switch.
We have our rivals.
we have rivals.
Wait, this is
Okay,
gonna be
let
fun.
me struggle.
Is
Struggle
my
with my
is
controller.
my spelling fine or?
Whoa, I am lagging.
Yo. Okay.
All right.
My
Ready?
spelling sucks.
And here we go. New category.
Alright.
MCU movies and shows because I love the MCU.
Ooh.
Sorry if you haven't
I
watched
don't
them,
know
you're going to
any
be at a
MCU.
disadvantage, but I was at a disadvantage during
Yeah.
sports.
Hard.
Here's your first word.
Can you just move a bit because I can see?
Iron
Okay, yeah,
Man.
thanks.
That was quick.
I'm sorry.
Oh, MCU.
next word?
Marvel comic movies. I see. Or Marvel, whatever.
Sorry.
There we go.
Dang.
Those
I
are
was
harder.
distracted.
Those are harder. Especially because it's like two words.
Okay.
All right, next word.
Avengers.
Aquaman.
Wow.
No.
Dang.
Okay, so apparently Thelvaën is like a complete MCU nerd.
Hey, I
And
was
I'm
first,
loving it.
right?
I'm
Wasn't I?
here for it.
I thought I was first,
Next word?
or at least.
Loki.
Loki.
Okay.
Oh, Loki.
Dang.
Nikki, you're.
Wait, did you?
I'm sorry.
Too
The
tall?
points are in your head.
Ah!
I'm giving it to you
Where am I
two
first?
because both you said it the same
Oh,
time.
I got it.
Oh my goodness.
All right,
I got
I
two.
next
can't.
word.
Thor.
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 All right, I'm giving it here and all the way over here as well. We're getting some good ties on this one. Next
Tiny
word.
words, easy.
Okay.
Ant-Man.
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 I messed
All
up
right,
for a moment.
I got a
You said
three-way
that.
tie on that one for me. All right, here we go.
Ant-Man.
Okay. Alright.
All I saw was Ant, and I'm like, that's Ant-Man.
There you go. Next word.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, you completely lost me.
Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel.
There we
Captain
go.
America. Oh.
Oh man.
You already had a
Marvel.
Captain America.
It's the same
They
Captain
already
Marvel.
been done.
That
Yep.
was so
No, it's
close.
okay.
That was so
I
close.
was
Next word.
trying to scroll.
Oh shit.
Wonder Woman.
Testing.
Wonder Woman.
I don't even know what
It's
that is.
All I saw was
MCU.
Wonder. Oh, right, yeah. Listen. I don't know MCU. I only know superheroes. What? Oi!
Okay.
All right, switch. Last category.
Dang.
Alright.
Now I can be
That
tall
one was
again.
harder.
All right,
I'm short in real life.
this
Nah,
one's
it's
gonna be a
okay,
fun
I'm back.
one. Category
Oh,
is
no.
VRC World.
Okay.
Oh, that's gonna be so hard for me.
No.
Interesting.
Let's
Me
go.
too. Don't worry. We'll get through this
Quite
together.
a few
We're
of
partners.
these are multiple words. This is kind of your challenge category.
Yes.
Here we go.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna get any of these.
It's okay.
Yeah, I have no idea. No.
Experience. Oh, ASL.
I'm not accepting it if you give me an alternate name. It has to be the actual name.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I will take this. I will take 3. Experimental ASL
It was
World.
Oh,
Experimental ASL.
They had to pick the
I got
most.
experimental.
hardest
Somebody said
word.
ASL World. No. Experimental ASL.
instead of
So you
I can only go to like 2 worlds.
Curved.
All right,
Yeah.
ready?
Help, help,
So
help.
you-
Oh, okay. ASL first.
Here's your next one.
Choose this one.
Oh, wait.
Miro.
Murder. yeah.
Is it F?
I think he got it, but he's deaf, so.
Yeah. I'm giving it to both Danny and 3.
What's the letter for R? Is it this one or is it this one?
M.
It was Murder
It was
4
Murder 4.
specifically, which was kind of
Oh,
also
God.
again.
Oh,
This is the
this is
challenge
cute.
category. I threw a number
Okay.
in
This
there,
is
even though we're
yeah,
doing
yeah.
letters.
Okay, it's you. So yeah.
I was like this, and then I was like this.
All right, next word.
No.
Oh gosh, I'm not gonna get any of these.
Prison escape.
There we go.
Dang.
Yeah, I nearly got it. Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, reading is hard.
Doesn't help because
Alright.
I think I'm dyslexic because my dad's dyslexic, so I struggle with spelling. So it's a little funny. It's a little funny to watch.
I mean, I use the build tool
Still
on
getting
the
some points.
website, and I do it on fast, and I'm really easy with the short numbers, but the longer ones. I'm
Next
like-
word. Here we go.
Yes, yes,
Got
I
it.
did.
The Great
Hey.
Pug.
The Great Pug.
Oh,
The one and
Great
only.
Hug. The Great Hug.
I said pug.
Come here, 3.
Oh,
Come here.
Great
Come here.
hug.
Here you go.
The best hug.
Aw.
The best hug.
All right. Next word.
Shade.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you saw it, but it disappeared like 1 second. But this was.
I
how
saw
did
it.
Yeah,
I
you
got
saw
you
it?
the point.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yep,
good.
you got the
nice,
point.
nice, nice.
I
All right,
need to
next word.
memorize general signs.
I need to. Oh,
A black cat.
Black.
There we go.
Aw.
yep.
I got
That's
the
a
black.
big one.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
should have said it the
moment I
It's
read
slow.
black.
Oh,
Can you hear me? Yeah.
We got the point. Look, I forgot an
Oh, we got it,
entire
okay.
sentence. Hold on.
So no. I'm
Drinking.
sorry.
night?
It's okay. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I forgot the ing part, and I'm
There we
like,
go.
I am gone.
All right. Next
maybe I should
word.
do
We
the version
got,
have to be,
I
like,
think,
hanging
3
rather
more
than
left.
Denko. Okay. Oh, almost.
There we go.
What?
I've never
I
even
don't
heard
know.
of that
Spelling
world.
issue.
I
Spelling
never
issue.
heard of it.
It's where you
yeah.
beat dragons up with like swords.
Into that, I think.
Yeah, this is
kinda
so
silly.
unfair.
It's like the old. It was like the
There we
old
go.
default
Alright.
world that everyone had.
I see.
Yeah, from like a few years ago.
I just gave you an
I only
extra
know
point on there.
Idle Home because of like a lot of no voice zones go into there and go like, yeah.
Of course, you don't let me erase. I accidentally crossed, even though you shouldn't have that. So -1.
He's adding
Aw.
points.
Whatever your score is, -1.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right. Next word. I'm excited to see the spellings on this one.
Quarantine.
Oh gosh.
There we go.
You're not gonna get
Cartoons.
this one. You're
Took you
not
3
gonna
times
get
to
this.
Yeah.
spell it, but we finally got there.
Oh man.
That
How was I supposed to know that?
Project
Eingrad.
Aincrad.
How to sign.
That one's
Yeah, I think he lost me.
I got
after the
Eincrad,
first- the second
Icrad,
word, so
and
I'm
then
like, I
finally
can't spell the second
Eincrad.
word.
Can we get a different
Alright.
category?
Well, this is the last word, last one, and then we'll see who wins. Though I'm really sure we're kind of like got.
Yeah, I bet it's gonna be
This
us.
Let's see, let's see.
It's so
Here
us.
we
Look
go.
at us. We're getting all the
Yo,
points.
mate, go,
Okay,
move,
okay.
move.
Yeah.
Move, mate.
I'm sorry, just seeing the
Yeah,
spellings
yeah,
that are
that's fine.
coming up.
And,
Oh God.
Prison
All
escape.
right, 3 got it. 3 got
Pop
it. Though I'm
escape.
inclined to take away a
No,
point just from the
man.
first spelling.
No.
Oh my God.
What is pop escape?
never heard of it.
I have no.
I was like,
I have no idea.
Answer. Okay.
I'm like, okay,
I got.
I'm reading
pop.
pop, but that can't be
Pop
right.
sex tape.
Pop
That's
ECAP.
my default avatar.
Pop ECAP.
Okay. All right. Our
Your default
wonderful
avatar
winners
has, like, black
are
fingers,
Thelvaën and
so I can't see
3.
them when they're like overlapping.
Congratulations, guys.
Hey,
Absolutely fantastic.
Yay.
It looks like in second place we had Dragon Rider and Jay the Gamer. All the way over there. And then in third place we had Nikki and I'm going to say
Thank you.
Congrats. All right. Well,
To be honest, it wouldn't. It wouldn't.
I hope this
It also wouldn't surprise me if I would pick
and
anyone
informative.
that would have like
Let's take a picture.
would beat us. Probably would have been you with probably you too. You know?
Let me tower real quick. I got this.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Snowy.
All right, everybody in position. Oh my God, Snowy, I love it. I love it so much. All right, starting the time. Oh, actually, hold on, because we have random numbers in the way. Where is the thing? All right, here you go.